FamOver.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOver TV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by, whatever you're doing. I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. Salute to everybody out there on this good Saturday. Hope everybody feeling good, good energy around, good love around, good vibes around. We got some good content to check out. Real good content. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. What's been going on with all these UFO scientists? I don't know if y'all seen the news and all the reports and stuff, but a lot of them been coming up missing or unalived. You feel me? So we got some videos. We're going to tap into that and see what's going on, because I find it kind of strange that all this UFO talk and extraterrestrials and everything and the disclosure, and that one dude was supposed to announce something, like be part of the disclosure in New Mexico, and he ended up missing, disappeared from a hiking on a trail by his house or something. And it's more than that, but we're going to tap into that, see what's going on. Salute to everybody in the building already. CC was good. DJ, Amber, Dre was good. Could wait for a few more people to fall in, then we'll get started. Wizard was good. Angela the Dow, the boss lady, was good. Christy, was going on? I was going to do members only for this live, but then I was like, nah, people enjoy the chat, so I just made it open to the public. Everybody can talk. I'll create some more videos for members only. Yeah. Tasha was good. For sure, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Salute to my dog, Frank. Good meeting you too, man. Definitely. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. We finna get it going in a second. It's crazy out here, man. And my boy Trizzy, y'all see Trizzy said, he said Iran got 48 hours. They got 48 hours to open up that, I don't know how to say it, Hormuz Strait, that little area right there that the oil be traveling through, the Hormuz Strait or whatever. He said if they don't open it up in 48 hours, he finna do something crazy. You know how he is, so we gonna see. Lulu. Salute to Lulu in the building. Thank you for being here. You said it's your first time here. Thank you for tapping in. Lazy Days was good. Appreciate you tapping in, Lulu. Let's go ahead and get into this content, y'all. Yeah, DJ said I got that good growing hair. I swear. That's why I like getting haircuts. I get a haircut and my shit grow back in a few days. I'll be like, man, and you know haircuts $50 now, man. It ain't like back in the day, $10 or nothing. Taxing. Buddha was good.
I want to remind you that we are following some breaking news that's coming in. This is actually from Iranian state TV, so we don't have a lot of details, and there's no confirmation just yet coming in from the U.S. government. But what we are hearing from officials with Iran are essentially that a U.S. pilot was ejected from some kind of aircraft over southwestern Iran. It's also important to note they said pilot or pilots, so there could potentially be more than one. Now, the broadcaster going on to say, quote, if you capture the enemy pilot or pilots alive and hand them over to the police, you will receive a precious prize, end quote.
Damn.
There's been no word, as I mentioned, from the White House, the Pentagon, or U.S. Central Command as to the validity of that claim. But you can see there's a lot of reporting going into this, a lot of officials trying to figure out what's going on. There also are preparations for a search and rescue effort that could be getting underway here as the U.S. works to verify the claims The New York Post posting this right here, saying Iran claims it shot down U.S. fighter jet as bounty placed on pilot.
That's crazy. That's like a real life movie. I don't know the name of the movie, but it's a movie just like that when the fighter plane went down somewhere in like foreign territory and they was looking for the dude, and then they had to like do a rescue mission to get him out of there. He had to survive. It was like terrorists, all type of people trying to. I forgot the name of the movie, but that's crazy. Could you imagine? They shoot your plane down. You over in their hood, their area. You running around trying to stay alive till the rescue team come get you. And you know Trizzy, and then they say it's a bounty on him. If anybody catch him, turn him in. Trizzy like, you better not touch him. GLC was good. Let's get it going. Bang Boogie was good, fam.
Ballroom. Can you tell us more about this massive military complex underneath the president's new ballroom?
I cannot tell you more about that, actually, as a matter of fact. However, the military is making some upgrades to their facilities here at the White House, and I'm not privy to provide any more details on that at this time. Caroline, go ahead. Reagan.
Thanks, Caroline. Question on the Middle East.
Okay, so what if Trump isn't an idiot? What if losing the war in Iran is exactly the plan? Let me show you something the media will never tell you. Okay, so everyone's saying Trump is destroying America. He's fighting an unwinnable war in Iran. He's threatening to invade with ground troops. He's pissing off NATO by threatening Greenland. He's picking fights with Canada, Mexico, Denmark, Colombia. JP Morgan says the world will run out of oil by mid-April. The global economy is about to collapse. Trump looks like the worst president in history. A complete buffoon, right? But what if that's the whole point? What if Trump wants to lose the war in Iran? What if he wants the American empire to collapse? What if he wants to destroy the global economy? Then he'd be a genius. Let me explain. Okay, so I have to share something with you. I wrote a complete guide to the Middle East conflict, from how it all started to what's happening right now in 2026. And honestly, I'm really proud of it. It's clear, it's balanced, and I think it will genuinely change how you see the news. Link in bio. Right now, the world gets 20% of its oil from the Middle East. Japan, 75% from the Middle East. India, 60% from the Middle East. Europe, heavily dependent. But here's the thing. Oil isn't rare. Venezuela has the world's largest reserves. Canada has massive reserves. The United States has massive reserves. Trump just took over Venezuela in January. He's threatening to take over Canada. You see where this is going? If Trump closes the Strait of Hormuz by fighting Iran, the Middle East oil stops flowing. But North America, still pumping. Suddenly, Europe, China, Japan, South Korea, they all need American oil. Not just oil, fertilizer too. Nitrogen for food production comes from the Middle East. If that's cut off, where do they turn? North America and Russia. Trump is making the entire world dependent on resources he controls. Now here's the genius part. Who owns the most US debt? Who's financing America's $39 trillion? Japan, China, Taiwan, South Korea, Asia, UK, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Europe. The same countries that need Middle East oil. There's been this fear that these countries would stop buying US Treasury bonds, that they'd move to gold or Swiss francs, that America's Ponzi scheme would collapse. But now they need American energy. They need American resources. They can't.
Man, y'all think Trizzy that smart? He might be up to something. It might be a big plan, longer something we don't know, man. I can't imagine Trizzy thinking like all the way like that, but he might be up to something. Baby Cakes was good, darling. Christopher was good.
Abandon the dollar. They're trapped. Trump just turned America's biggest weakness, its debt, into its greatest weapon. By starting an unwinnable war in Iran, he's forcing the entire world to depend on North America. This isn't new. Putin already proved this works in Ukraine. Russia's been fighting for 5 years. It's a slow grind, but it's restructured Russia's entire economy around war production. Drones, munitions, military manufacturing. Russia went from importing Iranian drones to making their own and now exporting them to Iran. Putin's plan, the world is collapsing anyway. So build a fortress, make Russia self-sufficient, control resources, weather the storm. Trump saw this and said, we can do the same. It's called the Technate. Greater North America, Greenland for rare earth minerals, Canada for oil and resources, Venezuela for oil reserves, Mexico for manufacturing, Panama Canal for trade control. Trump's not being reckless. He's building a self-sufficient North American fortress while the rest of the world burns. So yes, Trump looks like an idiot. Yes, he's losing the war in Iran. Yes, he's destroying the global economy. But if the goal was to end the American empire and rebuild it for Americans, to make the world dependent on US resources while everyone else collapses, then Trump might go down as the greatest American president in history.
Damn.
The new world order is dead. Welcome to the Trump world order. Follow for more they don't want you to see. And support me by buying my ebook, the link in the bio.
So many people did not believe me when I said we might go into a lockdown due to the situation in
Trizzy might be on to something, man. We don't know. We go see.
Iran, but now I've got proof. Check this out.
Is bringing state and territory leaders together again to finally find an answer to the fuel crisis. Some drastic measures similar to the days of COVID could be on the table as the government braces for a worst-case scenario.
Questions fly about fuel supply.
The anxiety levels are as high as I've seen, maybe with some even higher than COVID.
The further measures they will consider based on the International Energy Agency's plan, encouraging 3 days work from home, 10 kilometres per hour lower speed limits, encouraging public transport and carpooling, and odd and evens number plate days in cities.
We are on the 1 yard line of this whole situation. This is like February of 2020, right before we went into lockdowns in March when the whole COVID disaster happened. You need to be prepared. I would start stocking up on things before things start running out or going up in price to the point where they are unaffordable.
I thought we got massive reserves. My man just said we got massive reserves. Then we stole all of that shit from Venezuela. Then Iran just gave us what, 8-10 boats full of oil and everything, like to prove like they was, you know, negotiating with Trizzy. Like what they mean we finna run out? Like somewhere somebody lying, man. There's some lying going on somewhere. Action Jackson was good, fam. Midwest.
Get ready.
We're going to be involved in a drill, an emergency drill on Thursday, April 2nd. This is critical. This is important. This is literally a matter of life and death.
Say what?
And that's not an overstatement of the role of warning systems in receiving these messages.
What is happening? Oh.
They can save your life and they can save those you love.
What's going on?
What is he talking about? What's going on in Texas?
I'm done. Cut the show. I'm done. Take me off.
So y'all, I had went to get gas today and I decided to pull the nozzle out because
look at how the gas look. I had to stop it because I know they're gonna hit me with that Jeezy playing in the background. But look at the gas. The gas look like it's cut with water right now, y'all. It might be.
Look. Yup, that is exactly what you think it is. A zip line taking the astronauts off of the rocket right before it goes up and flies straight up and then down and lands in the ocean.
I know they ain't that stupid. I know they not that stupid. Like, was that really a zip line taking the astronauts down away from the rocket or whatever? Right when it's taking off, like ain't nobody gonna be able to see it. Come on, man. I know they ain't that. They don't think we that dumb.
A zip line taking the astronauts off of the rocket right before it goes up and flies straight up and then down and lands in the ocean, because they're not actually going to space.
Good roll pitch.
Because it's not real like you know it. There's a reason why the first moon mission since 1969 took place on April 1st of all days. It's because it wasn't even happening in the first place. Because they cannot go to the moon, and they've never been able to go to the moon. The rocket flies up and then it falls straight down to the ocean. And that zip line took those astronauts straight off. That's why we didn't see them on the live stream at all. We just saw the crappy CGI picture of the rocket flying nowhere. We didn't even see the astronauts in the cockpit. It's ridiculous. If Richard Nixon could call with a landline phone all the way up to the moon in 1969, why can't we have a live stream of them in the cockpit while it was even on the ground? Because that didn't even show up at all. We didn't even see them before they launched on the ground inside the ship at all.
With Donald Trump, NASA's back. Tomorrow, this mission's going off. The 127th mission to the space station. Mike and Sonia, the two of the four American astronauts that are on that flight, they're right out of central casting. But what happened, Sean? You talked about the moon, and I want to get to that.
What the fuck did he just say? Did he say they right out of central casting?
Back. Tomorrow, this mission's going off. The 127th mission to the space station. Mike and Sonia, the two of the four American astronauts that are on that flight, they're right out of central casting. But what happened, Sean? You talked about the moon, and I want to get to that. But on every single mission that...
Did he mess up? Is he reading something? He wasn't supposed to say central casting? Like, what you mean two of the four astronauts is right out of central casting? They just be messing up left and right. They just can't hide nothing no more, man. It's too like, or they just like, what? What you mean two of the four astronauts are right out of central casting? We already know this shit fake anyway, but god damn, it's two central casting actors and actresses, an actress and an actor on there too. That shit crazy, man. Margaret was good.
We send up into space, whether it's Blue Origin or SpaceX or others, we keep learning and evolving.
The Artemis crew has officially shared a photo of Earth. Yeah, Earth. But does anybody else besides me find something very off about this? About this photo? I mean, come on. Come on. That's all I'm going to say about that. And here is another photo too that they shared, that NASA shared. I mean, come on. Come on. Oh, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is actually a real legitimate photo of the Earth. This is actually legitimate. Right?
Man, this shit's so crazy. So this supposed to be a photo that came from the crew, the Artemis crew. So that's the Earth right there, huh? Just lit all the way up, all around, huh? Just lit all around. Like, come on, man. That shit don't even look like. It's so much shit I can do to debunk that. Like, that don't even look like, why is they playing with us, y'all? Why is they playing, man?
Right? Very legitimate. I mean, I know that we have ways to create images with AI and stuff like that. I will let you put the pieces of the puzzle together.
This shit is crazy, bro. Oh my god. Right, Action Jackson. It's always pictures. They always coming with the pictures because they can't every time they try to do the video, they think they can just get by with the pictures. Like, yeah, we can trick them with the pictures. They ain't gonna be able to debunk everything with the picture. But with the video, they keep on catching us up. You know what I'm saying? They keep lying. They got all type of green screens. shit be happening while they trying to do it live and all that and everything. People just, the internet is undefeated. So they come with the pictures, and even the pictures don't even look realistic. It's crazy out here, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep that algorithm jumping, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I told y'all, though, I said, give it a few days. It's still going on. Every day I see something else, something new about the Artemis too. they gonna keep on debunking it. In a minute, they might motherfucking scrap it from the internet, like delete everything. They done caught us.
Although Neil Armstrong, Neil A, spelled backwards, is alien. Coincidence?
You believe we actually went to the moon, though?
Yes, we went to the moon a few times, actually. And played golf on the moon.
Man, y'all hear that old evil laugh? Why he laughing like that, man?
So, although Neil Armstrong, Neil A, spelled backwards, is alien. Coincidence?
Damn. Neil Armstrong, spelled backwards, is Neil A. That is crazy.
So, although Neil Armstrong, Neil A, spelled backwards, is alien. Coincidence?
You believe we actually went to the moon, though?
Yes, we went to the moon a few times, actually. And played golf on the moon.
Okay.
We didn't just go to the moon. We actually got a little bored and started playing golf on the moon.
But why didn't the flag move? There's like that conspiracy
That was the jump the
theory
shark moment.
about the flag?
No, the playing golf on the moon.
Oh, okay.
You know, they literally did.
No, I understand that.
Yeah. Whacked a golf ball on the moon.
There's no gravity though, right? So like.
So there is gravity, 1/6. If it wasn't gravity, you would just float away.
Okay.
There's no.
So Elon said we done been to the moon twice, couple times, man. Elon crazy as hell, man. Elon definitely half robot, alien. He's something. He definitely ain't 100% just a human. Something going on with Elon, man. He said this motherfucker know what he was doing. It's crazy, right?
Atmosphere.
Okay, fair.
But there is 1/6 gravity.
One thing you have to remember about the elites is they like to tell you the truth in plain sight. So they will make you think that they're just being sarcastic and joking when they're saying these things directly to you or to like on TV. But what they're actually saying is some level of truth. They have to give some level of truth with everything so that people figure things out. But if he like said this seriously, no one would believe him. Be like, oh, you took a secret mission to the moon and you play golf and you know that Neil Armstrong is actually an alien because his name is spelled backwards. That's a secret sign. Well, we know that the moon isn't actually a rock in the sky. We've known that for a while. The world is waking up to that. They know that the moon landings didn't happen. So where did he actually go then if he said he's been to this whole other place where you can play golf in anti-gravity, this whole other realm? But let me show you. Now we know that the moon is actually.
So he said so he's saying he went himself. He been up there. And he played golf up there. Like, what? Elon, man. Like, that motherfucker crazy. Like, what y'all think? Y'all think he is it a possibility? Y'all think he might have went up there? Kano was good, man. Scotty be pimping. Scotty be pimping. My dog, Michael. Salute to everybody, man. Good seeing all y'all. Gen S, what's up?
Reflection in the sky that shows a map of all the land that's on Earth, but also all the land that is beyond. We only see a portion in the sky on the moon map because that is all that's being reflected back to us. But we know that if we shift our position, we will see other parts of the moon which show other lands. And this is what the Germans are trying to do in World War II. So possibly Elon Musk has already been to these other lands that Hitler was trying to go to, and he discovered a place where the laws of physics are a little bit different. Because you see, on the right side, that's all our continents. On the left is places that we haven't been yet, and that's being hidden from us. Perhaps that's where Torred is, the time traveler.
And then we're talking about the Nephilim.
Oh, shit.
We're talking about, the fallen angels.
Break it down.
Giants.
Break it down.
So here's the thing. This is why I think that they keep basketball players, football players, all the people who are like, you know, tall. These people are supposed to be like the protectors of Earth, but they keep them preoccupied with contracts, basketball contracts, play this sport, play that sport. They created sports to keep the defenders
So they don't take over.
so they don't take over.
Because it'd be some, that'd be some spooky shit.
Right. So they're from those, you know, I guess fallen angels, you want to call them, you know, the giants and whatnot.
Right.
That, you know, mix with, you know, human DNA. So if you think about it, why do you think that we have the NBA, the NFL, all these sports to keep these people preoccupied?
Keep them drifting. Big bastards. Keep them drifting.
We actually.
I don't know. He might be on to something. Because one thing I can say, these basketball players, they getting taller and taller. Taller and taller. Every year, somebody else coming in even taller. We got Wemby in the league. Wemby like 7'8", playing like a guard. Like that ain't never, like, it's crazy. He might be an alien his damn self. And then we got all type of other athletes and everything. So he might be on to something. I don't know, man. They definitely be using sports to keep us distracted. I think it's like a good distraction tool for sure, for keep the sports going. That's one thing they gonna keep going. Even when they shut the world down, even when they shut shit down, pandemic, everything, the sports must go on. Sports and gambling, that shit don't stop. Let's keep it going. Elaine, what's good?
We went right through the moon and we went inside the moon. And so there's this giant, basically a hollow room inside the moon. And there were, I mean, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of beings all in this circular room inside the moon. And it looked like there were two beings from every species. And then on top of the physical beings being there, there were also tens of thousands of astral bodies. And I could tell that they were just like me and they had come from planet Earth because I could follow their grounding cord back to the Earth. And then there was this being in the middle of the room, and she was speaking and she gave us all this information. And that's when she initially said, this is a meeting being held by the Galactic Federation of Light. I'd never heard that term before in my life. And she started talking about, I mean, everything. The planet is going through a big change. We need you to be aware of this change at this time.
So was this assembly specifically ordered toward Earth?
Yes, this was specifically to Earth and what we are about to encounter in the next 10 to 20 years.
And what did they say at that moment?
There was a lot of things. They even talked about a time period where we would potentially go through darkness, getting hit with a big a wave of energy, probably a solar flare that they were talking about.
Okay. So let's get back to the underwater bases, since these are these photos. So this is, I guess in an episode you spoke of having to do procedures underwater. And could you explain why? Like, why would you not just put the being in a tank and operate them in a regular room? Why would you have to be underwater as well?
Well, some of the beings come from water worlds, and there's a lot of beings that live here. We call them like aquafarians. Is kind of the code we use for that. They live here already. They've been living here a long time, but we do have visitors that also come from very far away. That their ships have liquid in them of all different sorts of materials. This specific one, it looks like a mermaid man with little fins. There's sometimes that you cannot, people are like, well, why can't you use those big tubes? And like, because you don't have the visualization, number one. So we actually have operating rooms as big as this room, filled with seawater, that we walk into with these suits and take samples, because the bodies have to be kept in the water or they'll deteriorate with pure oxygen on the surface. So that's why we cannot, use these little capsules and stuff. You have to be ambidextrous here. You're talking some very small instruments and things like that. This is a good depiction of that. And we have these special boots that keep us, they're magnetic, that keep us on the ground. You know, everything is contained in the suit. This is just one of the artist renditions that I depicted for them for this procedure. So it has everything an operating room would have. It's just, it's underwater.
How many times did you have to do an underwater procedure like that? Did you do them often?
No, maybe 5% of the ones that I did, you had to do in some sort of liquid or water.
Damn. I know some people gonna be like, yeah, he capped. He lying. He's just making up some shit. But what if he telling the truth, man? You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get like no cap type of story from him when he was just speaking on it. He might be telling the truth. That's crazy. I mean, we know what's up, man. We know it's definitely other stuff going on, man. We know about the water civilization. It's the aqua people that's in the water living. Probably got cities up under there and everything. I know it's hard to believe, but I definitely believe something like that. Then we know it's other shit here that ain't human. We know what's up, man.
She wanted to tell the world. Then she died.
Shortly after this interview, she died of suicide. She says disclosure around the UFO story will come out of Huntsville, Alabama. Listen.
Disclosure is going to come out of Huntsville, Alabama, out of Redstone Arsenal. Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama is the biggest fucking deal that you've never heard of. It's the biggest fucking deal that you have never heard of. Because the fact is that we have deep and wide, extensive credibility that no one knows about because you're not supposed to know about it. Because it's in Alabama, it's obscure. You're not supposed to know about it. That's the point.
People that don't know what Huntsville is. Amy
People know what Huntsville is? Is that what you're saying? People don't know what Huntsville is. Huntsville is the biggest fucking deal on the planet that you have never heard of. Now, like, Huntsville is the Silicon Valley of government national security technology. And intelligence community technology and aerospace technology.
Listen to what you're hearing, right? She's saying that Huntsville is the biggest secret you've never heard about when it comes to space, alien, you know, this kind of very advanced technology, okay? She died, and I'm going to tell you all about how she suspiciously went out in a minute, but she's talking crazy in this interview, and anybody that's got anything to do with this stuff in Huntsville, it can go wrong for them.
Huntsville is like the hub. Like, we are number 3 on the first strike launch list.
So she's saying that they're number 3 on the first strike launch list. If it becomes nuclear war, this is the 3rd most important place that America's ops are going to send nuclear bombs to destroy, because there's so much important technology there.
If first strike happens, 3 targets, Huntsville will be one of them. Alabama. Alabama.
That's a good place to hide that technology. She said that's like the military technology Silicon Valley. It's in Huntsville. That's a good place to hide it. Ain't nobody really looking there. But you just spilled the beans. We know now. Like terrorists, everybody know now. It's out now. They probably be mad about you talking about this. It's crazy. KN was good. Gervais, Felicia.
This is an Alabama dude in the deep south. We're in the top 3 first strike. We're in the top 3 first strike because you haven't heard of us. That's why. It's on purpose.
You haven't heard of them, but America's enemies have.
I started the Institute for one reason. One reason, the Institute. I started it as a public-facing persona to disclose anti-gravity technology through, because I told Mark this. If you stick your neck out in public, at least someone notices if your head gets chopped off. If you stick your neck out in private, f*** you. They will bury you. They will burn down your house while you're sleeping in your bed, and it won't even make the news.
Damn. She know.
Some people in the chat are saying, how did she find out? Or her dad, who worked there.
So think about it, right? And people want to blame this shit on Trump. No. This has been happening since last year. Last year of March. So you remember those 2 whistleblowers that got knocked off?
The Boeing whistleblowers, most of them are all dead now.
So Josh, Dean, and John Barnett, the two whistleblowers that did quality control for Boeing, mysteriously dies. One's in a deposition, almost done, decides to go to his hotel and blow his brains out in his truck. Why?
It's a war on the whistleblowers too, y'all. I know we didn't say that, but it's definitely a war on whistleblowers. You exposing anything in this damn time, UFOs, Boeing planes, government secrets, anything, it's a high percentage, a good chance that you go come up missing or unalive. And most of the time they gonna say you did it to yourself. Like, yeah, he was having problems. He went on and he shot himself in the back of the head 3 times. Like, what? Shit crazy. Robert Thon was good, fam.
The other guy, he gets sick out of nowhere and just dies. It's a pneumonia. It's funny how people get either hit by a car, pneumonia.
I had pneumonia 3 times.
He got poisoned. So then after that, then we see all these planes start going down. And tell me why, going back to China, why does Boeing have a completion center in China for quality control? When they complete the planes, a lot of them actually go through China.
Making sure they get compromised before they get here.
4 people who worked in government programs and knew a whole lot about that topic have either vanished or have been murdered. The first was retired General William Neal McCasland, who had ties to UFO programs in the government. He disappeared suddenly from his home in New Mexico in February. He left his phone, his glasses, and his watch at home. He also worked at an Air Force base that reportedly held the debris from the Roswell, New Mexico crash in the 1940s. Then it was Monica Reza, a former NASA engineer who worked directly under General McCasland on advanced propulsion engines. She vanished while hiking in California last June with friends who say they have no idea what happened. Wow. Then it was Nuro Lareyo, the director of plasma science at MIT. He was murdered in his home in Boston in December. And then it was Carl Grillmar, a Caltech astrophysicist who discovered water on another planet where there may have been life. Carl was murdered randomly in his home last month. Our next guest says this was not a coincidence.
Everybody's thinking it's UFO, but he had some nuclear secrets. There's just too many of them disappearing, Benny. Nothing happens by coincidence in this town or around this town.
Man, don't y'all find that kind of strange? Ain't that crazy? Ain't no such thing as no coincidences and none of that type of shit, man. I don't even believe in that word no more, man. Like, that's crazy. All of them tied together, all of them just mysteriously lose their life or come up missing. That shit don't make no sense, man. Let's keep it going. Hit that like button, keep the algorithm jumping, y'all.
In 27, we will be introduced literally to extraterrestrials by an official report.
I really want that to happen. The main reason I want it to happen is that so people stop saying that it's not real. Like, we can stop fighting about it.
Yeah, starting to take it seriously.
I mean, there's still so much resistance to it.
Of course, and there probably will be even after open contact because people will be in denial, but it has to happen soon. In 2027, we will be introduced literally to extraterrestrials by an official report.
I really
Man, they be saying that shit every year. Come on.
want that to happen. The main reason I want it to happen is that so people stop saying that it's not real. Like, we can stop fighting about it.
Yeah, starting to take it seriously.
I mean, there's still so much resistance to it.
Of course, and there probably will be even after open contact because people will be in denial, but it has to happen soon. In 2027, we will be introduced literally to terrestrials.
Like, we can stop
People will be terrestrials.
fighting about it.
Yeah,
Immaculate Constellation Report, the very report that was handed to Congress before this latest UAP hearing. So Brown used to work at the Pentagon inside high-level clearance weapons programs and says he accidentally uncovered what might be the biggest cover-up of our time. He says that the program is real and that he found the original report by accident while working at the Pentagon. The program is a secret UAP surveillance effort, and what's in it was so heavy that it shook him at his foundation and moved him to risk everything by coming out about it. So he came across a number of things while he was there: footage, data, reports, accounts of F-22s getting boxed in by orbs, an image of a black triangle hovering over Russian Navy vessels, and evidence of nuclear facilities getting regular visits by orbs.
I would suspect that, you know, anything that is sufficiently nuclear will draw attention at some point, and will be they will be encountering this.
And what are they? What are you seeing? What kinds of things are you seeing?
A lot of times it's orbs.
Brown describes what he calls a parallel reality, where secrecy isn't just about national security anymore. It's about control by a global elite far beyond our government. And what he says here is quite heavy.
This isn't just technology. This isn't something somebody came up with in a lab and it's sensitive because once the cat's out of the bag, anybody can do it. Fundamentally, this comes from and is secondary to what we've been told is the biggest question, which is humanity alone? The answer is no. And the secrecy that has been defended is at the cost of, in my mind, human dignity, freedom, and progress. And it is no longer permissible or acceptable in my mind to continue this course, to deprive another generation of not just Americans, but humanity of their birthright to know who they are, where they came from, and what's with us.
Roswell, Area 51, Wright-Patterson down in Dayton, my home state of Ohio. We've been hearing about this stuff now for 70 years. That we have it, we don't have it. That we've re-engineered it, no, we haven't. I know you can't talk about much because you're an active member, but just give me a wink. Are we alone?
No, we're not. We're not.
Holy,
alone.
Wait a minute. Guys, did we just break that? Wait a minute. Is that April Fool's today, Tim?
No, it's second. No, we are not alone.
We don't make all them movies up just because somebody's creative in Hollywood and knows how to write that.
No,
They're
no,
getting
they
this
don't.
from somewhere.
Let me leave you with this one, Dan.
Okay.
I was in a meeting, and I'll just leave it at that as a meeting because I have a lot of meetings.
A meeting.
Yeah, and if that was allowed to be told in the public, the wheels would come off. They would come off because every detractor was put in their place. I'll just leave it at that.
So to catch everybody up, on top of this drone story, we have all these missing scientists, right? And now let's put this one up here on the screen. This is E2. This was a married mother who vanished last year, could potentially have actually been tied to these missing and dead U.S. scientists. This fills in some of the gaps that Representative Burleson was saying. Big picture, for those who haven't tuned into the story at all, we have about 5 missing scientists all across the nation. NASA engineers, major figures at the Air Force Research Laboratory. Many of them were actually overseeing like futuristic metal for rocket engines in terms of their projects. One of them, obviously, is this retired General William McClaskin. Now, his, disappearance is really strange because we had previous incidents involving Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and the tying of all of these things together has had a lot of people in the UFO community really concerned about like what exactly is happening here.
You know what's going on? I think like one of those 3-letter agencies, y'all know, the one to start with the C. I don't even like saying their name because they dangerous, but they on some mafia type shit. They had these people working on this stuff, you know what I'm saying, doing research, exploring and learning and working on this different, advanced technology that they didn't caught or captured these beings, whatever, looking at some of this stuff and had them working on it. And then once they work on it and figure out, what they go do with it or what they can do with it and everything. It's just like the mob and the mafia send somebody to go do something. Then after they do it, they come back and then they get took out. So can't nobody say nothing about it. Like, yeah, they all gone. Like we got what we need. The motherfuckers gone. They can't talk about it. We scot-free. I think that's what's going on right now.
We were talking, your mind immediately starts to go to like 3 body problem. if you've ever
Yeah.
read that book. But I mean, look, I don't know how crazy that is, because now we're also in a time of war. And in that time of war, what we've actually seen are all of these drones that have just been hovering apparently over a U.S. Air Force base. Can we skip ahead to E5, please? Because in the midst of this missing scientist wave, we have, quote, multiple waves of unauthorized drones recently spotted over a strategic U.S. Air Force base. This was the U.S. Air Force base at Barksdale in Louisiana. And it was, quote, under a shelter-in-place order on March 9th, so 9 days after the U.S.-Iran war launched, a report of unmanned aerial systems operating over the installations. This is the same Air Force base which houses those B-52 bombers and plays a critical role in the command and control of the Air Force nuclear defense capabilities. I will note on this one, I could see it both ways as a UFO person. Drone swarms over nuclear bases is like UFO, like it goes back for decades. This has happened multiple times. The Strategic Air Command, specifically the nuclear arsenal, seems to be monitored. But when you combine all these things together, the fact that we're in a time of war, you also have to ask the main reason why normal national security officials who are not UFO people at all ever got involved in the story, people like Rubio and others, is people in the Air Force and in the Army kept coming to them and go, no, you don't get it. Like, there are drones hovering over our bases. There are things that are just monitoring what we're doing. And they're like, oh my God, this could be Russia or China. Now, the more they dig, it's not Russia or China. This one, I actually could see a situation where this one is Russia or China, specifically also because they're the ones who were helping Iran. Remember the whole Chinese weather balloon situation? It's not like you would put this out of character for all of them. But if you put it all together, it's very mysterious and scary. And for those who think I'm a kook, it doesn't just have to be UFO related. Do you know how many nuclear scientists that we've killed in Iran with the Israelis? The Israelis are bragging about it right now, how they've killed 2 missing nuclear scientists already. Didn't I just read earlier in the A block, we hit a specific part of Tehran University? What do you think that's for? It's for military-related, nuclear-related research. So this is a campaign which, I mean, is very Manhattan Project, kind of Oppenheimer, where it could be UFO related. It also could be related here to the war with Iran. The scientists, though, I should clarify, this has been a months-long, if not a year-long thing. So it's somewhat disconnected, but I do think the stories are linked.
There's more. Yes, there is, folks. There's actually more. Nuno Lourinho was killed at his home by a former classmate of his in Portugal. That was on December 15th. He was murdered. And astrophysicist Carl Grillmar, he was 67. He was shot on his front porch, in his house. I did not write down where that was.
67 years old, just out the blues to get shot on your front porch. Man, that shit don't make no sense.
And they have not caught the person who did that. They don't know who did it. So of these 5 people, 2 of them were murdered in their home, And then you have 45-year-old Jason Thomas, whose body was discovered in Wakefield, Massachusetts. He went missing in December, and his body was found March 17th. And I don't know if they know how he died or not. So this is all 5 of these people, as I said in the show description, all 5 of these people have been rumored to be tied to extraterrestrial research, UFO research in the U.S. military.
Carl Grillmar, pictured here, was an astrophysicist at Caltech. He worked on a NASA-supported space telescope project and infrared systems. Now, he was shot and killed at his home just 2 months ago. Then there's Frank Maywald. He was the senior scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab, focused on advanced satellite systems, and he died nearly 2 years ago, but his cause of death has never been made public.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Monica Reza, also reportedly connected to NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab project. She went missing last summer while hiking in California. No trace. It keeps going. There's William McCaslin, a retired Air Force general. He, too, is missing. He's a former head of Air Force Research Lab and oversaw advanced space and surveillance programs. He's been missing since February. And reports say he once oversaw funding connected to a project that also included Monica Reza. Now, there's more. To New Mexico, Melissa Casais, She has been missing since last summer. She worked at Los Alamos National Lab. She had an administrative role, but reportedly also had security clearances. Just months earlier, she went missing, so too did Anthony Chavez, also connected to Los Alamos, an engineer. He disappeared during a walk. No signs, no answers. And then finally, there's Nuno Loureiro. You remember Nuno Loureiro? He was the MIT researcher focused on nuclear fusion and was shot and killed in his Massachusetts home last December.
That's crazy work, y'all. That's crazy work. And it's definitely like not no coincidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that shit is tied together. That's scary. They gonna make it tough for them to even hire some UFO or extraterrestrial scientists in the future. These stories ain't even out like that. They out a little bit, but they ain't talking about it like too much. They don't want this out in the public like that because it'll be hard to find scientists or researchers to come and do the work. They like, man, hell no, y'all want us to reverse some advanced technology that y'all found from some extraterrestrial type shit. And then once we show y'all how we did it and show you how to do it and everything, give you the codes and the metrics and everything, then y'all go, we come up unalive and missing? Hell no, I don't want to work with y'all. Then they go probably force something. You got to come work with us. But it's crazy. I just let you know there's something going on out here, man. I don't believe, it's just us here. There's definitely something else going on this planet. There's definitely something else going on for sure. But salute to everybody, man. I appreciate everybody who tapped in. Y'all stay on wave. Protect your peace, watching these videos. Keep that good love around. Keep that energy around. Like positive vibes around. Keep vibrating those high frequencies in the end somehow, some way. With all this crazy stuff going on, we will win. You feel me? Salute to my content management moderators, everybody in the chat. I appreciate all y'all. This your boy Thao, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Fam over.